Hello everyone, welcome to this first presentation on image segmentation. In this presentation, first we will see the introduction, then we will see detection of discontinuities, in which we will see point detection, line detection, edge linking and boundary detection. We will start with the introduction. Segmentation subdivides an image into its constituent regions or objects. The level to which the subdivision is carried out depends on the problem being solved. That is, segmentation should stop when the objects of interest in an application have been isolated. For example, in the automated inspection of electronic assemblies, interest lies in analyzing images of the products with the objective of determining the presence or absence of specific anomalies such as missing components or broken connection paths. Segmentation accuracy determines the eventual success or failure of computerized analysis procedures. For this reason, considerable care should be taken to improve the probability of rugged segmentation. Image segmentation algorithms generally are based on one of two basic properties of intensity values, that is, discontinuity and similarity. In the first category, the approach is to partition an image based on abrupt changes in intensity, such as edges in an image. The principal approaches in the second category are based on partitioning an image into regions that are similar according to a set of predefined criteria. Thresholding, region growing, and region splitting and merging are examples of methods in this category. Detection of discontinuities. The techniques for detecting the three basic types of gray level discontinuities in a digital image are explained in this section. These are points, lines, and edges. The most common way to look for discontinuities is to run a mask through the image. For a 3 by 3 mask, this procedure involves computing the sum of products of coefficients with the gray levels contained in the region encompassed by the mask. That is, the response of mask at any point in the image is given by R is equal to W1Z1 plus W2Z2 and so on plus W9Z9, which is equal to summation of Wi Zi for I equal to 1 to 9, where Zi is the gray level of the pixel associated with the mask coefficient Wi. The response of mask is defined with respect to its center location. First, we will see the point detection. Using the mask, we say that a point has been detected at the location on which the mask is centered if mod of r is greater than or equal to t, where t is a non-negative threshold and r is given by equation 1. This formulation measures the weighted differences between the center point and its neighbors. The idea is that an isolated point, that is, a point whose gray level is significantly different from its background and which is located in the homogeneous or nearly homogeneous area, will be quite different from its surroundings and thus be easily detectable by this type of mask. Note that the mask coefficient sum here is 0, indicating that the mask response will be 0 in areas of constant gray level. The line detection. Consider the following line detection mask. Here, the first mask is for the line which is oriented horizontally. Second is for the line which is oriented towards plus 45 degree angle. The next is for vertical line, and the fourth one is for the line which is oriented towards minus 45 degree. If the first mask were moved around an image, it would respond more strongly to lines that is 1 pixel thick oriented horizontally. With a constant background, the maximum response would result when the line passed through the middle row of the mask. The coefficients in each mask sum to 0, indicating a zero response from the mask in areas of constant gray level. Note that coefficients in each mask sum to 0, indicating a zero response from the mask in areas of constant gray level. Let R1, R2, R3 and R4 denote the responses of the mask in figure 2, that is horizontal plus 45 degree, vertical and minus 45 degree respectively. Suppose that the four masks are run individually through an image. If at a certain point in the image absolute value of Ri is greater than absolute value of Rj for all j not equal to I, that point is said to be more likely associated with a line in the direction of mask I. For example, if at a point in the image absolute value of Ri is greater than absolute value of Rj for j equal to 2, 3, 4, that particular point is said to be more likely associated with a horizontal line. Alternatively, we may be interested in detecting lines in a specified direction. We will see edge linking and boundary detection. An edge is a set of connected pixels that lie on the boundary between two regions. The set of pixels seldom characterizes an edge completely because of noise, breaks in the image from non-uniform illumination, and other effects that produce spurious intensity discontinuities. Thus, edge detection algorithms typically are followed by linking procedures to assemble edge pixels into meaningful edges. Several basic approaches are suited to this purpose. Now, the first is local processing. One of the simplest approaches for linking edge points is to analyze the characteristics of pixels in a small neighborhood, say 3 by 3 or 5 by 5, about every point xy in an image that has been labeled an edge point by using one of the techniques like point detection, edge detection, etc. All the points that are similar according to the set of predefined criteria are linked, forming an edge of pixels that share those criteria. The two principal properties used for establishing similarity of edge pixels in this kind of analysis are: number one, the strength of the response of the gradient operator used to produce the edge pixel, and second, the direction of the gradient vector. The first order derivative of a digital image are based on various approximations of the 2D gradient. The gradient of an image f of xy at location xy is defined as delta f is equal to matrix gx gy, which is equal to matrix dabba f by dabba x dabba f by dabba y. It is well known from vector analysis that the gradient vector points in the direction of maximum rate of change of f at coordinates xy. An important quantity in edge detection is the magnitude of this vector, denoted delta f, where delta f is equal to magnitude of delta f, which is equal to square root of gx square plus gy square, which is nearly equal to absolute value of gx plus absolute value of gy. Computation of the gradient of an image is based on obtaining the partial derivatives da by f by da by x at every pixel location. Let the 3 by 3 area as shown in the figure represents the gray levels in a neighborhood of an image. The first order derivative at point z5 is to use the following Roberts cross gradient operators, that is gx is equal to z9 minus z5 and gy is equal to z8 minus z6. These derivatives can be implemented for an entire image by using the mask. The above property, that is the strength of the response of the gradient operator, is given in equation 4 and 5. Thus, an edge pixel with coordinates x0, y0 in the predefined neighborhood of zxy is similar in magnitude to the pixel of xy if delta fxy minus delta fx0y0 is less than or equal to E, where E is non-negative threshold. The direction or the angle of the gradient vector also is an important quantity. Let alpha xy represent the direction angle of the vector delta f at xy. Then from vector analysis, alpha xy is equal to tan inverse of gx upon gy, where the angle is measured with respect to the x-axis. The direction of an edge xy is perpendicular to the direction of the gradient vector at that point. An edge at x0, y0 in the predefined neighborhood of xy has an angle similar to the pixel at xy if absolute value of alpha xy minus alpha x0, y0 is less than a, where a is the non-negative angle threshold. A point in the predefined neighborhood of xy is linked to the pixel at xy if both magnitude and direction criteria are satisfied. This process is repeated at every location in the image. A record must be kept of linked points as the center of the neighborhood is moved from pixel to pixel. A simple bookkeeping procedure is to assign a different gray level to each set of linked edge pixels. Here, figure A shows the input image, figure B shows GY component of the gradient, figure C shows GX component of the gradient, and figure D is the result of edge linking. The formulation of these rectangles can be accomplished by detecting strong horizontal and vertical edges. Figures 3b and 3c show vertical and horizontal edges obtained by using the horizontal and vertical Sobel operators. Figure 3d shows the result of linking all points that simultaneously had a gradient value greater than 25 and whose gradient directions did not differ by more than 15 degrees. The horizontal lines were formed by sequentially applying these criteria to every row of figure 3c. A sequential column scan of figure 3b yielded the vertical lines. Further processing consisted of linking edge segments separated by small breaks of and deleting isolated short segment. As figure 3d shows, the rectangle corresponding to the license plate was one of the few rectangles detected in the image. It would be a simple matter to locate the license plate based on these rectangles. Here is the end of the first presentation on image segmentation. Thank you.